On August 1st, girl dads, you should know. Your daughter could be forced to change and compete with a man who identifies as a female. If she's a swimmer, it could be up to 18 times per day, intact, 6'4". See, on August 1st, Biden Democrats' Title IX goes into effect. When we go vote in November, and any election before that, when we vote Democrat, we telling these girls they're going to be forced to change with a man who identifies as a female. That's what we tell them. Let's watch. Let's fact check.
The Biden administration issued new rules on Friday to effectively broaden the scope of Title IX. I'm with Courtney from the Fact Check team. Break this down for us, Courtney. What are the new rules?
Sure, Dee Dee. So there are a few main points I want to talk about. The new rules, which take effect on August 1st, expand Title IX's protections by banning discrimination and sexual harassment based on sexual orientation and gender identity. And for context, Title IX is a 1970.
Gender identity and sexuality. I'm not sure when sexuality got pushed into schools, especially elementary schools. I'm not against any kind of sexuality. I do you all the time. But this sexuality stuff is kind of strange, pushing it on these kids all the time. Even in just like regular life. Like, what are we doing? Why is sexuality so important? Do it behind a door.
Into law that bans sex discrimination in schools that receive federal funding. They also widen the range of sexual harassment complaints that schools need to investigate and respond to include both sexual and non-sexual harassment based on gender identity, for example. And they ban discrimination based on pregnancy or other related conditions like childbirth, abortion, and lactation.
And who specifically will this impact?
That's a good question. I first want to mention that these changes affect colleges and universities, but also federally funded elementary and secondary schools. And they're going to have an impact on a wide range of students, especially sexual assault survivors, LGBTQ+ students, and pregnant students. And one thing to note, the new rules did not mention transgender students participating in athletics, which is definitely a hot button issue right now. But there is a separate rule the administration proposed last year that is still under review.
All right, well, some of the rules.
You can fact check this. Schools all across the country already had. It's been 8 years ago, California started. To say that anyone is against someone who's 18 and above, who wants to change their gender, who wants to love the opposite sex, nobody's trying to control that. But this gender identity is causing these men are moving into women's spaces and people don't even know. I don't even know if August 1st, I don't even know how many people know about that. I don't know how many parents know about August 1st. And that's scary because it's not their fault. People are busy out here working, trying to pay bills. And our government is playing silly, silly politics with these kids and trying to divide us. Like, it's simple. Politics has changed, and the Democrats did this. I ain't against anyone. But children, made it too difficult. I mean, really. It's tough. Changing their gender, that's tough. These Democrats, November, Trump, and I'm hoping Vivek. Because we gotta get back to it. You know what I mean?